So let me set the stage here. First, we know that we reached our $1 million goal, but do you know we even went over the $1 million goal, so it was exactly $1,045,716. And I was sweating bullets early December, but our wonderful team at the One Fund and the Office of the Secretary were like, no, we're going to do it. And we were comparing where we were last year, and I said, you don't want me to have to keep begging through January. We really do want to hit it. And we did hit it right before the holidays, so that's awesome. To get there, we had 580 fair share givers. And I like, for our fair share givers who are here, to stand, and I'm going to keep standing. I don't have to take my seat. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Because the fair share givers are the ones who took us over the top and contributed, obviously, the most individually, but also towards that total. So I know everybody got, you're going to get certificates if you haven't already that are over there, and then we're going to ask our fair share givers to take a picture with the mayor. We had 81 agencies within DC government who participated in DC One Fund. And for those of you who don't know, like, we have 80-some agencies. We do, because we count our partners, we count our smaller agencies, some of which are the sizes of offices, and our partners at the council and our independent agencies, so everybody gets to participate in this. 516 nonprofits are the beneficiaries of all of you. So that means of all of the, I think there are about 800 or so that are included, but you all identified over 500. And I think we know that the DC One Fund is the highest employee giving campaign in the region beyond the combined federal campaign. And so I think that's something we should all be proud of.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm certainly not your mayor, but I am just as proud of you as I know she is. I have the pleasure of being Rosie Allen Herring, President and CEO of Your United Way of the National Capital Area here, so thank you. Hey, Tony. This is my third time coming to thank you, the District of Columbia employees, for all that you do here in the Washington metropolitan area. And I can tell you unequivocally, this is one of the highlights of being the CEO of Your United Way. Let me tell you why. You all, as a large employer here in the District of Columbia, are one of the few who actually do, I don't know if you told them how much they did yet?
I did, but they'd like to hear it again.
Over $1 million. I think you really have to give yourselves a round of applause. I want you to know, and I'll be brief with you, that what you do is really and truly vital to the city. I want to thank Mayor Bowser in her absence for her phenomenal leadership, and certainly for Deputy Mayor Brenda Donald for her ongoing leadership, and of course for Tony for her great leadership and bringing all of the partners together. So thank you for what you do, because we want you to know that when you make your contributions, whether it's $1, $1,000, all that you do goes toward helping those who are a little bit less fortunate than us. So thank you for what you do. Thank you for everything that you've brought to the table, knowing that you're helping many of our senior citizens, you're helping many of our children, especially our middle schoolers, who really and truly need that head start to ensure that they arrive at high school successful and ready to take on what we know they need to do in order to be a success. Your United Way is here for you. It is our job to be that good partner. Continue to let us know how we can be an even better partner, but know that each and every one of you have made a solid contribution toward what we know will ensure a thriving District of Columbia. So thank you for what you do. $1 million is huge. We want you to know that we challenge you to continue to do it. Let us know, again, what we can do to help you do it. But more importantly, think about the families that you are supporting through sometimes one small act, sometimes an anonymous act, but nevertheless a very important act. because you happen to work in a place for a mayor that really and truly believes that this is the right thing to do. So it makes sense, yes. We do want to have a thriving community, but at the end of the day, it is indeed the right thing to do. So from the bottom of my heart, as a servant leader here for you, thank you, thank you, thank you, District of Columbia.
Georgina just reminds me, I want you to stay here, and all the rest of the members of the team, from the Office of the Secretary, Tony, Joy Holland, I mean, amazing team. Christian, come on everybody, would you all please come forward, because we met every week at my insistence, but it was a phone meeting for the most part, but we met, we scrubbed data. Come on everybody, I know they're still working. Lauren, come on, your leadership, Brandon, Joy, Victor, come on. We met, we were analyzing data, we were looking to see who had their employee events, who needed help, where should we place emphasis, what should the outreach. Tony, are you sitting down? Would you please come forward? Yeah, Tony is our spiritual leader representing our labor management partnership focus on this, and we're trying to forge that bond together. But really, behind the scenes, these folks are working really, really hard to make this campaign come together. So let's give them a big round of applause.
Let me first give honor to Almighty God for this great celebration, and it is a celebration, so you may as well get ready to make some noise. You have accomplished something that this city should be proud of, and you should be proud of. Let me hear you give yourselves a round of applause for breaking that $1 million barrier. I have to say, United Black Fund has been involved in this almost from the very beginning. And when I think about the words we shared when the campaign first opened, I told you a story about a lady throwing starfish off the ocean, into the ocean from the beach, and how someone observing that says, you can't save all these starfish, and she picks one up and she throws it into the ocean, and she says, I saved that one. Well, if you could have been with me last weekend at the Tacoma Aquatic Center, you would have seen 1,100 starfish swimming in the Black History Invitational Swimming Meet, thanks to DCPR, United Black Fund. Some of your dollars, you did this. You did this. The DC Wave is 150 swimmers strong from all over the area. They're diverse, different religious backgrounds, different racial backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds, different wealth backgrounds, but they all work together in the DC Wave swim team to compete with 1,100 kids from all over the country, including St. Lucia. Last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we held that swim meet. You may not see this on television, but your dollars helped get that swim meet going. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's one of the best events this city conducts. And if you'd been with me last month, the month before that, on Martin Luther King's holiday at United Black Fund, you would have seen 1,000 people gathered to walk in the annual Martin Luther King Holiday Peace Walk in a neighborhood that's had generational violence. 1,000 people walking and joining a parade with bands and cheerleaders and clowns and everything, because your dollars help make that happen. We're bringing the word of peace to neighborhoods that don't understand sometimes what peace means. Give yourselves another round of applause. You're bringing peace to this city. If I go back another month, this has all happened since this campaign started. If I go back another month, we're going to see one of our groups that we incubated, United Black Fund Helping Hands Inc., giving out 8 bales of clothing to people at the Malcolm X Recreation Center. I know Tom Faust has been active with Helping Hands Inc. at his agency. 220 turkeys in Barry Farms, 2 bales of clothing at DC General, one organization with a small budget doing great things because you donate through this campaign. You're entitled to another round of applause for that. We can keep going back. Each month there's something to celebrate. Each month your dollars help us do something. Every month we can use the money you've given us to make sure that somebody out there in need is going to have a better opportunity. Somebody out there who needs food is going to have it. Somebody out there is going to need clothing is going to get it. Counseling, words of wisdom, guidance, Treatment, job opportunities. United Black Fund is opening up a job center in its office in March for people to get the job training and to get the jobs. So we look forward to your dollars help us do that. I can go on like this, but I'm really here to say thank you to this mayor who put her whole shoulder of government behind this program, to Deputy Mayor Brenda Donald, who brings so much enthusiasm for this campaign and for helping others. Let's give Deputy Mayor Donald the applause she deserves, because she has been quite a leader. Tom Faust, the same. Rose Allen Harriet and her staff, Chris. Where's Chris? And of course, as everybody knows, the heart and soul of our effort is Tony White Richardson again. So I look out and I see so much to be thankful for. I see Katie Shepard here, who runs one of the great event programs at her office. I see so many people who've said, we're going to make this happen. You know, and that's what it takes. You know, we're all in this together. You know, they used to say, united we stand and divided we fall. And it's sometimes so easy to be divided. Sometimes so easy to lose our focus on how much we have in common. And so this kind of campaign gives us an opportunity to share that, to get in tune with that, and to believe that. And if we believe that, as they say in the schools, the kids say today, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. So I thank everybody. God bless and keep you. I could, you know, Deputy Mayor knows I can talk on and on and on, so I'm afraid to look at her right now. But I'm just grateful. We thank you so much. And we will guarantee you that you're changing, your donations, your contribution, your dime, and your time is changing things that have to be changed in this city. God bless and keep you. Thank you so much.
You know, everyone who's involved with this really does believe in this campaign and the work we do, and you all believe in it as public servants, and that knowing that we're all fortunate to have our good government jobs and that we can afford to contribute, and everybody, people who did, some with small one-time donations, others with the larger fair share and ongoing donations, and everybody got to select where you want your money to go. Can I have Georgina come behind, because I'm going to start. So one thing we really pushed for this year, and we didn't get to where we needed to be, and so next year when Chief Dean takes over, I'm sure he's going to step that up for us, but was to really increase the level of participation, right? And because we know everyone has a job, we know that everyone can contribute something. And there may be some people who decide to opt out for, as I said, unless it's religious or political reasons that you have, that you couldn't participate, that everyone really could afford to do at least a one-time contribution of a small amount. So we really pushed to have higher levels of participation. And that's something that we're going to continue to do. So it's not just about the dollar goal. It really is being all in. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go to the honorable mentions for small agencies. So let me tell you how we organize the awards. We have small, medium, and large categories. And we had a little bit of debate, didn't we, team, about where to slice it. What's large and what's small and what's medium, and because we had so many agencies participate, even the smaller ones, many of which are offices, we wanted to have kind of an even distribution of numbers of agencies. So we did small is really small, so 0 to 49, and then we did medium, which is 50 to, remind me, I know I have it written here somewhere, to $4.99, and then large, I know, and so. So some will benefit by these categorical slicings and others will lose out. But then our large became 500 and above. Next year, I'm really going to push for the goals to be redistributed so that, or reallocated more closely closer in alignment with the number of employees. So we've been setting goals year after year in an additive fashion, not, oh, I see our mayor, not in a, like in a zero sum and not even aligned with the number of employees. So if you did well for several years, then you keep getting an increase or you have to stay, your goal stays the same. And if you didn't, even if you were a really large agency, you got a modest goal. and that's really not fair. So we're going to do it, and it may take several steps to get there, but we're going to do it more closely aligned to agency size. So actually, we can wait now. So we'll do that next time, but now we have these categories. So we did the categories. We're giving awards for the agencies in each category that raised the most amount of money. And then also the next level is participation rates. As I said, how important that was. And so within those same categories, we're going to award those who achieve the highest levels of participation. And we have, for some of the really small offices that are under 20, honorable mentions for participation rates. So that's where we're going to roll. And right on time, Madam Mayor, we have warmed it up for you. I've warmed up the seat for you. And I'm happy to invite to the stage our wonderful mayor, our fearless leader, who, when we first proposed that maybe we would have a more modest goal because it's a new administration coming in, and she's like, oh no, and along with her senior advisor, Beverly Perry, oh no, 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 nothing less than $1 million will do for the Bowser administration, and you all better be warm because next year it'll probably be a little higher. That's how we tend to do things. But our mayor, with her leadership and her commitment to the work that you guys do and to all of these agencies that we support, she knows how connected they are to the work of government, because as I've heard her say many times, and of course it's true, that government can't do it alone. So our partner agencies that we contribute to help us to do our work, and we reinforce and build the fabric of our own community through our own contributions. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Brenda. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm especially happy to be standing in this spot and not giving a snow update. So we did a lot of the snow briefings right from this location, and hopefully it won't snow anymore anytime soon. So I wanted to be here to thank everybody involved in this year's campaign. I know Brenda Donald has done a fantastic job in helping to lead this as the One Fund Chair. Give her a big round of applause. And because of the generosity of all of us in the district government, we were able to raise over $1 million and beat our own goal. So give yourselves a round of applause. And I want to thank all of the folks who were the leaders in your own agencies and offices, because Brenda can put out the call and Ara can put out the call, but we really know why people give, because somebody that they know asked them to and told them how it works and reminded them at the end of the day and told them that, you know, let's have some agency pride, let's win, right? That happens. And I want to thank all of the leaders for each of the agencies for all of the work that you did to remind your fellow in government, your fellow employees, what it meant to give to the One Fund. I usually talk about the One Fund, I start like this. We're lucky, right? We have good government jobs. And we have a place to come to work, and a mission and vision that we believe in. And because we're generous, we can help vetted organizations that we know do good work in DC. And that is what the One Fund is for us. So I wanted to be here. I'm extremely happy with our partnership with the United Way. Give the United Way a big round of applause for the work that you do in DC and our entire region. And I'm also happy, I think I'm going to be giving out with Brenda some awards and just small tokens of our appreciation for the work that you did this year and that you do every year. And let me finally say this. During the blizzard, it showed us a lot about teamwork and how we all work together. And I told the team once we got everybody together to do a little after action. One of my biggest takeaways from that is no matter what agency people were in, many people were called on to work long hours, long shifts, and be out in really tough conditions. And what I will say about all the DC government folks that I encountered, whether in this building or out in the street somewhere, that people were not only showing up for work, they were really laying it all out on the line. The pride that I saw in our service delivery so that our government could get back open, our kids could go back to school, our economy could restart after the storm was incredible. And so that's nothing that I can do by myself or Brenda can do or any of the cabinet officials can do. That only happens when people show up and put it all out on the line for the residents that we all are privileged to serve. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Now we are ready to acknowledge our winners and to present the awards. So since we usually start with large, how about if we start with small first? Okay, so our small agencies, so I told you 0 to 49, 2 prizes or 2 awards, highest dollar amount, and participation. And I was really surprised about this one and so tickled to say that the winner for the most amount of money raised for small agency is the Office of the City Administrator, and I saw him, Rashad Young. And I know I saw Rashad. I saw him, did he leave? He's upstairs working. Okay, Jason, are you coming? Is there anyone else from the Office of City Administrator? Jason, were you the agency coordinator? So he was the shakedown. I mean, he was the curtain guy. All right. The warden in the window. All right. There we go. So for the small agency, the highest participation rate is the Office of Cable, Television, and Telecommunications. Is Angie Gates here? Anybody from her team? Good job. Hard workers, that's great. So our medium-sized agency, the highest dollar amount raised, and I should have said the amount, of $39,657. I'm very proud is the Office on Disability Services, Laura Nuss and Deborah Bonsack. And for participation rate for a medium-sized agency is the Public Service Commission. And I don't know if you didn't see Betty Ann Kane or anybody from PSC here. And that was 100% participation. And Office of Cable, Television, and Communications was 97%. Okay, so this is going to be a shock to everybody. The winner for our largest agency with the highest dollar amount raised at $113,608 is Department of Corrections. Come on up.
And we're not giving up the #1 spot, whatever the goal is.
All right, let's do it. Fantastic. And then you can take another picture with your First of all, I hope people know the reason that we decided to come here and do the award ceremony here is an acknowledgement of the Department of Corrections. We wanted your employees to be able to be here and to see how valued you are. We also wanted to do something a little bit different this time. And Director Faust was the campaign co-chair 2 years ago. I was his co-chair, and so this is how this works. And he was fantastic, and we had those weekly meetings, and his leadership and his push and his drive really helped me to step into the role pretty seamlessly. And this year, he was not part of the campaign per se, but he was such a leader still within his own department. So he didn't do it last year just for show, because I'm the campaign chair and I've got to deliver. He really believes in it. Where's Sally Eccles? Sally is, I mean, Sally Powers. I don't get everybody's last name, sorry. Who is behind the scenes and really pushing and making things happen. But I thought it was really important that we acknowledge Director Faust with a special award for being a champion, being a leader, and leading with his heart and bringing his department with him. So if you would hand me this.
Thank you. Wow. This is for everybody out there.
So now we have, for the large agency, we have the winner for the largest participation rate. And I'm very proud of another one of my agencies is the winner here, and that is the Department of Health. Great. And I lost my little sheet that shows, but the increase this year in the dollars raised and the participation rate was like 300% or something. It was like huge. And Dr. Nesbitt came in with her team, and Dr. Watson, who's our chief of staff, is out of town, but said, we're gonna make a commitment. She rolled it out at a big all-agency meeting, and shortly after, she'd been here for a few months and really delivered. So, Dr. Nesbitt, thank you. Now we're going to do the honorable mention, and so these are for the agencies that got 100%, but these are smaller agencies, and we're just as proud of you as everyone else. So the first agency, we have three. The first agency is the Office on Asian and Pacific Islanders, and where's David Doe? See here? Someone is here representing. Okay, come on up. And I'm just going to call everybody right behind, and we can all stand together. And the second agency is the Advisory Neighborhood Commission that got 100%. And I don't know if anybody's here representing the Office of A&Cs. And the third office is the Office of the Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services. Jennifer Valdivieso, who was our coordinator, was the one who really made it happen, and I'm really proud of our team. So.
We're interrupting because we're going to give out the next award, and it's not necessarily on the program. Well, I'd like for Chris and Georgina is here, Preston Weewick, Victor, Tony, Barry, come on up here. And the reason being is because every week we're on the telephone with our leader, every week, okay? And I'd like to tell you that we did everything right. We had some challenges. We got over them, okay? But this is an award that we really thought that we needed to do, because when all through it all, we had a leader who was committed and made us become committed to the challenge we had to raise this $1 million. So, to our chair, Deputy Mayor Brenda Donald, we want to give you this award. It's from us. And we're happy to have the mayor here as well so that she knows of your commitment. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, team. Thanks. So
Now
cool.
you can end it.
Hey, Tom, let's get a picture together with our. So thanks to everybody. This concludes our award ceremony for this year. You'll have maybe a month or two to breathe before we start the next campaign. No, a few months. But we're going to do it even bigger and better going forward. We're going to continue the commitment of the Bowser administration for our employees to stand up, to contribute and to participate and to be a part of this major campaign. Thank you very much. Wait. Chief, would you come up? Oh, this is our fire chief. So, I do have one final act. I'll tell you how it works. So your chair, and then you have a co-chair. Yeah. And our fire chief had another commitment. And so he has his second to step in so that I can do the official act of handing over the baton.
Hey!
You got it next year, fire
That's
department.
This is truly a great honor to be able to accept this. I think each one of you has proven how much the DC and DC1 Fund really stands for. The district cares about what we do, and we've been successful this year. We feel like we're going to be up to the challenge for an additional successful year next year. We're going to put our heart and soul into it, just like Deputy Mayor Donald and all of her team did this year. And hopefully we get the support from everybody next year, and with the effort that came forth this year, I don't see that being a problem. We have always had the continued support of Mayor Bowser pushing us behind this. So thank you. It's going to be a challenge, but I think we're going to meet it.
Thank you, Chief Mills.
And
All right.
let me take 1 second, because I'm going to plug another one of the mayor's initiatives here while we have everybody. Whoever's not familiar with Mayor Bowser's Hands on Heart program, a goal that we have is to get as many people in the District of Columbia trained in compression-only CPR so we can raise the cardiac arrest survival rate here in the district. We set out with a goal of 5,000 people in a year because we didn't know how this was going to work out. This is a new endeavor for us. Well, since the kickoff date on October 20th, DC Fire and EMS, along with our partners at Serve DC, American Red Cross, and American Heart, have trained over 41 people. So what we've realized out of that is, or 4,100.
Okay.
Yeah, 4,100. But we have seen great success in what we're trying to do. But what we would like to do is challenge each one of your agencies to see how many people we're out and about on the streets every day and can make a difference. And we want you to contact us to get every employee that you have within your agency trained so that we can serve the people of the district in their time of need greater than what we already do. Thank you.